What's going on, team? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another weekly watch list. Best weekly watch list on all of YouTube. As you guys may know, I'm still traveling in Europe. I probably won't be back to America for another 2 weeks, so I've been in Europe for about 5 to 6 weeks. I'll be in Europe by the end of my trip. So that's the best thing I love about day trading, is that I'm traveling everywhere. I get to make YouTube videos, upload on Instagram, trade with you guys live in the Discord, trade live in the stock market from anywhere I want to be. So, you know, that's the main positive for me when I got into day trading was, hey, I want to travel. I always tell people on Instagram traveling, those travel blogger guys, and I'm like, hey, I want to try to find a way that I can build a lifestyle for me. So that's the path I went down to. So I want to ask you guys, what path are you guys trying to go under? You know, why do you guys want to become day traders? You know, is financial freedom what you're looking for? Extra money on the side? Would you like to travel? Would you like to buy other things? Do you like to stay home? Let me know all those kind of questions in the comments below. And as always, let's get right into the charts. If you want to trade live with me every single day, hit the link in the bio to join our Discord community. I trade live every single day, Monday to Friday, pretty much through since the market open to the end of the market, or how long I'm trading for the day. So if you want to be part of that, make sure you hit that link. If you want to learn how to day trade more, you know, make sure you get our beginner course. Our beginner course also comes with 6 months of premium chat room, which pretty much pays for the chat for the course itself. As always, let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see next. Subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. So the first ticker symbol we're going to be talking about is ticker symbol FUBO, FUBO TV Inc. Stock that everybody should be very familiar with. It's one of those great plays that spiked all the way to almost 70 when we were going through that strong growth bull market not too long ago, and we're seeing we kind of, you know, sold off of a while since its highs, but it's hanging out around 28.83 right now. But the main thing I see with FUBO, first of all, we had this inverse head and shoulder, which was also on the weekly newsletter that we send out every Sunday. As of right now, the weekly newsletter is free for everybody that joins our community. So if you get onto that, you know, we send out our favorite picks. It's about 10 to 15 stocks depending on the week, depending on the setups that we see, and we send them out in an email format. But the main thing that I see, since we had our earnings, right, and it was a surprise miss by 40%, but it still caused a positive reaction in the stock, which caused this spike all the way up to the next resistance, which was around this 33.55 zone. As you guys can see here, yeah, it was a clear area of resistance. So it's no surprise that it got rejected, as it had been rejected multiple times before, 1, 2, 3 times pretty much, and it was also a previous support zone over here around the March, February time. But the main things that I see is this here, this area of, it's a breakout. It's a breakout that goes back starting in December of 2020. So pretty much end of last year, beginning of this year. And if you look at it, it's a major breakout. And after this breakout happened, we got rejected under resistance and we came down. We had this gap to fill here, which we filled pretty much right away. And after this gap filled, we exactly retested the breakout level. So this is the gap to fill, which we have filled after this big jump due to the ER. And the candlestick came down and just bounced on it. If you can zoom in a little tighter, smaller time frame, we can see that on the 4-hour time frame we had this bounce on this retest. If you zoom in a little more on the 1 hour, probably see a little better, you know, trying to hold this level, which has become a new support. As always, all resistance become new supports, and this breakout level is indicating that you might start an uptrend. So I'll be looking for tomorrow, Monday, for a bounce on this level. Of course, my stop loss will be inside this level, with the profit target looking at 33.55, and if that breaks eventually, looking for a profit target of, go back in time, let's go back on the daily time frame. Daily time frame is much easier to see some of these major areas of resistance. We'll probably be looking at this here, which is the previous cap, which has not been filled on the upside, which is right around right below 40 or so. So pretty much the area of 40, which is a mental number, should be a strong area of resistance. So we saw this breakout, this triangle, and now we see this retest. To confirm this retest, we gotta see some upsigns, some signs that, you know, we don't fall back under this pattern. We can see some signs of an uptrend, which will be a higher high, higher lows on the smart time frames. That will indicate us a potential new strong uptrend, and I'll be looking for this for the swing trade. Like I said, the first target to 32, 33.5, and then eventually 39, 40, the area of resistance up there. And this is one of the places I'm kind of excited for next week. I like FUBO as a company. Traded many times, especially this inverse head and shoulder pattern. Who remembers a few back in May, was a killer trade for us. Next up, let's talk about ticker symbol NVDA, stock that pretty much everybody should know by now. You know, it's one of the stocks that got really hyped up. of course has earnings coming up on the 18th of August, which is next week. It's a stock that has reverse split. It's been on a massive bull run for the last few months, pretty much the whole last year into this year. Been really strong. Here again we see a triangle setup. This is an ascending triangle setup here. We see the resistance zone being the same, but we also see the higher lows. We had this breakout of here, double topped pretty much on the all-time highs level, came down but retested, found support on the previous breakout. Like you say, breakouts, retest, wait for the retest, gives you a safer entry. You know where your exit is, which will be below, or the support zone where it broke out of, which will be all resistance. And now we see this strong candlestick here on the daily that we will see it's showing signs that it wants to push for another all-time high push, hopefully to break this double top, which will be the first area of resistance as we had this bounce. First area of resistance is the all-time high level, 207.31, to be very exact, 208.67. Of course, it does have earnings coming up very soon on the 18th of August, so that's a big question mark on around how it's going to do with earnings. As you guys are familiar with earnings, it's always a gamble, so play the run up to the earnings. Understand that earnings are 100% a gamble. Even good earnings can be bad for the stock, bad earnings can be good for a stock, as we saw with FUBO. So keep that in mind. Play the run up to it, play the recovery play after it, play a run up after it, and just be aware of the earnings coming up. But it is a strong setup, a strong swing trade candidate, as NVDA has been really good for us. If we zoom in on the hourly time frame, so we need to break out of is this 202.5 level, which will be this old previous channel here that was trading under with a fund support, and we broke a little under it. If we break above it, then we have room all the way up here to this all-time level, which will be 209, 210, and it gives a really high risk to reward. If we do set a stop loss, either one, if you're gonna be more conservative, back under this channel. If it falls under this channel, you can stop out, look for a re-entry later, or if you're gonna be a little more aggressive under this green line, giving you a really high risk to reward ratio. Guys, if you take high risk to reward ratio, in the long run you're always gonna win. These are the kind of setups you want to take. You could have really a 40% win rate, but if your risk to reward is correct, if you take this 3-to-1, 4-to-1 trade, you're still gonna be a profitable trader. Traders really always wanna be like, hey, I just wanna be right all the time. It's not about being right all the time. It's being about right sometimes being wrong as well, but always taking the trades that are good risk to reward, trades that make sense, trades that you're not risking more than you're putting up. So if your risk to reward is right, guys, you're always going to come on top, and this is the kind of trades you want to look for. Lastly, we're going to be talking about ticker symbol AMD. It's one of those really good plays that we had on the weekly watch list as well. So this was the area that had run out, this box right here that I sent out in the chat as well. If you're in the Discord community, this is the area that I was looking to dip buys. These were the areas I thought buyers were going to come in once you had these retracements after this monster run to 122, almost 50. And as you guys can see, we fell in the daily chart. We fell into the area and it dips scalped out really quick, and it's making this higher low. It's confirmed higher low. Now looking to make a higher high, hopefully, or making a higher low, indicating more of a downtrend. If we zoom more in on the 4-hour time frame, we see that the breakout level is above 109.37. That's the level I'm going to be looking at to potentially look for an entry. Right now we're sitting at 110.77. If we zoom in more on the 4-hour and 1-hour time frame, we see that the only resistance it really had up to its all-time highest run was this 109.37 level, which was right around here. This will be a consolidation, 109.37 right here. And we broke out of it, confirming a breakout, came down a little bit to retest it on the little on this little red candle, and kind of being strong in the after hours market, and at the end of the day on Friday. We also have a small gap to fill all the way on top towards the 118 level, which will be a profit target I'll be looking at. My first profit target on this trade will be, first of all, it would be 118.93, which of course will be this, a little bit above this gap that we had here to fill, pretty much very close to the all-time highs level. My stop loss will be under 106.59, with giving you a little bit over 2.1, 2.2 risk to reward ratio. Stock with AMD that's done so good to us, it's something to take a little bit more risk on this type of trades, especially when you're trading a stock that we've done so well on. So 1 to 2, 2.2 to 1 restore reward makes sense here, especially when you see a nice setup. You know, we saw that the buyers were so strong here looking for this area. I was trying to, you know, load up more, you know, I was hoping to maybe even retest the 100 level. Didn't happen, you know, we got as low as 104. So these were 3 stocks that I think have high potential for next week. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about these setups. Are you guys going to take any? Are you going to add them to your watch list? What is on your watch list? And as always, leave a comment below, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.